Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Business Minds Podcast. I'm your host, Christopher Shaw, founder of BeInfinite.co, the company behind the Business Minds. Today, we have a great show for you. We're going to be talking about the power of infusing CBD into your healthy lifestyle with Mr. Rodrick Smith. He is a pioneer in the DFW area with CBD. So stay tuned, and we're going to get right into it. Okay, we're back. We're ready to get started. We're going to bring Mr. Smith on the screen, and we're going to get into it. Hey, man, how you doing, Rod?
Fantastic, Chris. Thank you for asking me.
Oh, man, thank you for joining us today on the Business Mind Show, man. Thank you.
Absolutely. Wouldn't have missed it, man. Wouldn't have missed it for the world.
Thank you, man. Okay, so we're talking about CBD now. The times that we're in right now, I mean, is there a better industry to be in? From your standpoint, from an entrepreneurial standpoint, as far as bringing wealth and health and healthness to the world. So tell us a little bit about yourself and how'd you get started, how you help people, and we'll take it from there.
Yeah, absolutely, man. And just to answer your question as far as the timing, I feel your health is your wealth. So
Okay.
definitely have your health in check is beneficial for everything else. You have your health in check, everything else falls in line. So, but yeah, just to tell you a little bit about myself and what I do. BAC Wellness Lifestyle CBD is the wellness side of what I do overall and the CBD aspect. Got into it probably about 6 years ago when I was
Okay.
just, mainly just dealing with health issues myself. I became part of a company, direct sales company that offered wellness products, and they introduced CBD to their product line. And from there is when I kind of immersed myself into it. I was familiar with its cousin, very familiar with its cousin, but not so much familiar with CBD. So, like I said, learned as much as I could. It helped me deal with what I was dealing with health wise.
Yeah.
And fast forward, it's the reason why I promote it today because I feel it's definitely a beneficial way to help you deal with a lot of things as a preventative measure, but a lot of things that we ail from health wise. So, yeah.
Oh, man. And you feel 100% confident that infusing this into your lifestyle to make it better is the way of the future, right?
Yeah. I mean, my tagline with what I do is CBD is a lifestyle. So, yeah, definitely by implementing CBD supplemental into your lifestyle, the benefits that you get from it and from the cannabis plant definitely helps in a lot of different ways without the psychoactivity. So, yeah, definitely.
Okay, cool. Man, that's great. And can you kind of give us some education? Because I know a little bit about CBD, but I'm not like you, man. So we got CBD, we got what, THC, we have different components. Can you kind of give us a little background on these different components and how they affect us?
Yeah, absolutely, man. CBD, as you mentioned, is THC's cousin. THC is the active ingredient in marijuana.
Okay.
Just to be clear, as far as that's concerned. So, and like I said, the difference between the two is that CBD is non-psychoactive, as opposed to smoking a little weed, you're gonna get high. CBD doesn't present the high that you would get from marijuana from THC. So that's the difference between the two. It's extracted from the hemp plant. So, like I say, definitely beneficial in a lot of different ways because of its anti-inflammatory properties. A lot of the things that we ail from and deal with on a daily basis, inflammation is the source of that. So, given that CBD is a great anti-inflammatory, like I say, it works with several different things. Anything from neurological issues like PTSD, mental health disorders, depression,
Wow.
anxiety, to anything autoimmune, man, like your cancers, your diabetes, hypertension, rheumatoid arthritis, things of that nature, anything autoimmune, let's just say. So yeah, the anti-inflammatory properties that it presents definitely is beneficial in several different ways.
Well, you know me, I've been to your shop, man,
Yes, sir.
and I used the cream on my knee, and man, I got to re-up.
Yes, sir.
It was on point. It helped me, and it was soothing with a lot of a lot of the things that you take most of the time takes like like 8 hours or sometimes, but man, it was right away, and
Yeah.
it felt like it was soothing. It was really good, man. So I'm a believer now,
Yes, sir.
thanks to you and your product. And one of the things I
Absolutely.
like about your brand that you emphasize education.
Yeah.
Um, a lot of times people don't emphasize that because when you're an industry expert in your field, they kind of want to keep all the secrets to themselves so they can sound smarter, more presentable to their clients. So the perception is, I guess they think you're going to buy more, but me and you have a same kind of wavelength to where we educate. People are going to find more value in that. So kind of why choose to put an education piece in everything you do? Why is that so important? Why not just go after the sale, man?
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. Ultimately, with what I do, I feel that it aligns with my purpose, what I feel my purpose is in life, which is just to simply help others. You know what I mean? So
Okay.
if I can point you in the right direction above everything else, it gives me more. I'm more elated in that as far as just trying to make a quick sale. Of course, you're in business to make a profit, to make money, but at the same time, though, customer retention is something that I definitely harp on overall, because if I can bring you in as a customer, educate you the proper way, and you utilize and use the product and it's beneficial for you, then I'm going to see you again. So as opposed to me just trying to sell you something and send you out the door to the point to where I probably would never see you again if I don't
Yes.
educate you in the proper way in order to how to utilize the product, because CBD is definitely beneficial when you use it the right way. Like you mentioned, it definitely helps, and that's the thing. Like say, there's a lot of negative connotation that it gets because it's related to its cousin, which is more on the psychoactive side, and which is a type 1 drug. But like I say, the difference between the two is that you're not going to get that psychoactivity, and again, if you're using it properly, it's going to be beneficial for you, and you're going to come back to see me. So yeah, so that's definitely the main thing, and the main thing that I look at overall is just being able to help you above everything else. And then, like I say, once I do that, then everything else is going to align and take care of itself. And like I say, I'll see you again.
That's a great philosophy. It sounds like a win-win mentality, man.
Absolutely.
With that philosophy as a foundation, there's no reason you're not going to blow up and change the game as far as health and wellness. Now, I do have a question. So
Yes,
in
sir.
Texas, where we're located, it's not legal for marijuana yet, right?
That's true.
Okay.
So what makes CBD legal is actually part of the Farm Bill from 2018.
Okay.
But basically, to just bottom line it, as long as it remains under 0.3% of THC, it's legal here in Texas. So yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So up to a certain point. And then
Yeah.
you're talking about as far as that farm bill you said in 2018, that's
Mhm.
what made the CBD legal,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Exactly.
cool. Okay.
Exactly.
I
Yeah.
love how you already
THC.
knew huh?
Yeah, THC is not legal here, unlike some other states. But like I say, as far as CBD is concerned, given like I say, as long as it remains under 0.3%, it's definitely legal and a go as far as that's concerned.
Okay, great. And when I went to your shop, well, let me ask this other question first.
Sure.
If it becomes legal, are you gonna add it to the BAC brand?
Yeah, honestly, Chris, given that the cannabis industry is a $1 billion industry, of course, it would be foolish of me to look the other way as far as that's concerned. Again, we're in this thing to profit, and you know what I'm saying, my objective is to build wealth. So that's a key component as far as that's concerned. So yeah, position myself for legalization is definitely what I'm attempting to do. I want to actually, well, I'm going to be one of the first black-owned
Yes, you are.
legal dispensaries here in Texas. So yeah, that's
You
definitely
know,
the end game.
okay, man, that's great. I was just asking that, but as I was asking, I was thinking, am I incriminating him? Am I, should I be asking this? But no, we're talking about future tense, so we're
Absolutely.
good.
Yeah.
I was just thinking about that, but no, man, that's great. Now, I went to your shop,
Yes,
and
sir.
you have so many products too. Like
Yes, sir.
it's not just a rubbing cream or the little infusion. It's like so many products. Can you kind of talk about the array of products and kind of go over your best sellers?
Yeah, absolutely, man. Like I mentioned, rather, CBD is a lifestyle. So just about any way to make it a part of your lifestyle, I want to say we carry.
Yeah.
Our core products are the internal products as far as the tincture. So I have what's considered a sublingual method that you would place drops under your tongue, and it gets into the blood
Okay.
vessels under your tongue and gets into your body that way. And then I have what's considered a water soluble. The water soluble is water based, so it's designed specifically to be used with 6 to 8 ounces of any liquid and taken that way. It's more nano, so it gets into your body fast as far as that's concerned. I have options as far as capsules and gummies, which are another method just as effective as the first two that I mentioned, but a little different as far as that's concerned. And then I have flour, which you can use in a couple of different ways. And most people, when you think of flour, you think of smoking it. Well, that's one way. But you can actually use it to make teas and things of that nature. So,
Okay. Cool.
so yeah, I mean, just about every way. I have coffees, I have soaps, I have lotions, uh, bath bombs. So yeah, it's just about any way again to make CBD a part of your lifestyle, even for our pets. CBD is
Oh, wow.
beneficial for them as well, simply because they have the same system internally that we do, that CBD works with to give our bodies balance or homeostasis, and it helps them also. So yeah, like I say, just about any way to make it a part of your lifestyle, I have it for you. So yes, sir.
Oh man, you do, man. When I was there, I did see all that. I don't even remember the pets, but I
Yes,
think I
sir.
remember us talking about it. That's a revolutionary, especially here in Dallas too, where people love their pets. They love their
Absolutely.
dogs
Yes, sir.
and their cats, man.
Yes,
That's
sir.
good. Now, from a standpoint of manufacturing and getting all this stuff here, did you have to set up a lot of connections when you're starting your business, growing your business? Did it take time to do that, or did you already kind of have a plug?
Well, quite honestly, going into business, the thing that I had in my favor at that time was being able to work with a previous business owner and learning as far as that's concerned. So
Okay.
the foundation of what I do is part of a franchise that's local throughout the U.S. And then, but I have other products as well that I have different connections with. Vendor wise, to where I'm able to order different products. I'm looking to go into the process of more extraction and basically deriving my own products at some point. But for
Oh,
now, like
okay.
I say, I deal with outside companies that I get products from. So it's a part of just building different relationships. I actually just came back from Vegas a little over a month ago, about a month or so ago, and there was a convention there that definitely centers around everything that I do, and was able again to make some more connections with different companies as a way of getting products in. And that's the one thing that I do, man. I vet the products that I get into the store, because given the popularity of CBD now, CBD is really popular, let's just say. And the disadvantage as far as that's concerned is that some companies that are not as ethical as others, and the integrity is not in place,
Yeah.
they'll take advantage of the hype and the boom and just
Yeah.
rush a product out there when it's not actually, beneficial for us altogether. And that's one thing that you definitely got to be conscientious about as a consumer, is making sure that you get a good quality product. So that's one thing that I do, is vet the companies thoroughly that I deal with to make sure that I'm getting quality above everything else. So yeah, it's just a process as far as that's concerned, man.
Oh man, you're right about that process, and I love how you kind of went into your what you're doing for the future and what you're doing right now.
Right.
Now, when you go to conferences like this, are you usually one of the only African American owners, or are we getting up there in popularity as far as this field is concerned, or
Yeah,
from
I
that
want to
standpoint?
say overall, man, it's something that's diversity wise is starting to kind of expand. Of course, you have California, you have Colorado, that it's legal there. So cannabis, that is. So like I
Mhm.
say, it's a field here in Texas that I've come to notice that a lot more people of color are starting to get more involved also, which
Okay.
kind of does my heart good to see that all together, man. But like I say, the diversity of just cannabis altogether, especially if you're coming in, like I say, on that psychoactive side, as far as THC is concerned, everybody's kind of had that exposure, let's just say. But yeah, on the CBD side, though, like I say, there are more people of color that are definitely getting involved with CBD. So, like I say, when I go to the conventions to see others and to connect and network, because I love the network, man. I see
Mhm.
others that are doing the same thing. Like I say, it definitely makes me lets me know that I'm definitely in the right space as far as that's concerned.
That's good, man. And as far as the industry, like in our industry, in our tech industry, we're always having to, learn new things about our industry to
Right.
stay on top of our game. Is that the same? I mean, because you're dealing with plants and things that have been
Absolutely.
here for a long time.
Right.
But is it more continued education in your field to where you're staying on top of everything, or is it just so much information that is out there?
Yeah. Just like you said, Chris, it's something that you definitely need to be abreast of, because when you're dealing with people's health, of course, that's
Okay.
something that you definitely have to be spot on as far as that's concerned. CBD is not FDA approved, so
Oh, really?
most of the relatively that comes from CBD is anecdotal evidence. So people who've used it and the benefit that
Okay.
they've gotten from it. So yeah, it's not FDA approved. So you definitely want to be in the loop as far as what's going on, different regulations altogether. It's important. It does you good as a business owner to make sure that you're up to date and up to speed as far as what's going on, just with the industry altogether. So yeah, yes, sir.
Oh wow, I didn't realize that. And then I mean, why wouldn't it be?
Yeah.
Is the FDA just behind on what they need to be doing, or you don't really know? I mean, why
Well, I
wouldn't it
mean,
be regulated?
yeah, even though, like I say, with the legalities and on the West Coast and in Colorado, like as I
Okay.
mentioned, in some of the other states, with it being legal, in Texas here, of course, it's not legal. I think it's just a matter of, um, honestly, big pharma kind of plays
Okay.
a huge part into that dynamic altogether as well, which is like a whole nother conversation.
Yeah, it
But
is.
yeah,
You're
yeah.
right. Okay. How
So
about
yeah,
okay.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Okay, man. Great, man. And before we go on, how can people get in contact with you? How can they talk to you and support your brand?
Absolutely. BAC Wellness Lifestyle is my website, bacwellnesslifestyle.com. That is the website that you can definitely reach me at. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Instagram at BAC Wellness Lifestyle as well. So you can definitely reach me that way. Or if you're in Terrell, if you're in the great state of Texas and you're in Terrell, Texas, come by and see me. I'm
Yeah.
located at the Shops of Terrell. I'm actually right in between a couple main stores, Vitamin World and the Sunglass Hut. So yeah, like I say, if you're in that area, come by and see me. I love to have those CBD conversations and, like I say, point you in the right direction ultimately altogether.
Yeah, like I said, man, you're all about education. Even when I was there, I heard you have some really great employees, team members too that work with you, man.
Yes, sir.
And you educate them and train them as well, so they're an extension of you. A lot of companies don't kind of do that. You know what I mean?
Right.
They just kind of put people out there, and you make a sale, you make a sell, but. And like we had a great conversation, and I'm all about value based first.
Yes,
So
sir.
provide that value, and the money will come. And I think that's where we really clicked, because you were really on point with that education, and even the young man you had on it. Even his name was Rodrick, wasn't it?
It's actually Rodney, but I go
Oh,
by
Rod.
Rod. So yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
my bad.
that's okay.
My bad. I have a couple more questions. So
Sure.
with CBD in your store and your brand, how do you handle returns? So is it just you can't return anything if somebody opened the cream and don't feel, because you said it isn't it's anecdotal. So what if it did work or it didn't? How do you handle that?
Yeah.
The return.
Yeah, honestly, Chris, and that's where the education aspect comes into it. So one thing that I'm thorough about is, like I say, if CBD is applied and used the right way, it's definitely
It works.
beneficial. You know what I mean? So that's
Yeah.
one thing that I take the time to basically kind of have a consultation with you and get to the root of what's ailing you. So that way I can, specifically, tell you and show you the right way to use the product. So, because again, like I say, once you use it the right way, it's definitely, you're going to notice yourself. Most people, when they come into the store, they're looking for relief. And like I say, to be able to point them in that right direction and recommend to them what I feel will be beneficial is it basically eliminates that type of situation. So
Okay.
of course,
Cool.
like I say, you're gonna have those that maybe they just want to do it their way.
Yeah.
But like I say, anyone who comes back to me as far as that's concerned, I make it clear to them that when we initially spoke, I pointed out to you, regardless of whatever way, because if you choose to do what you want to do, hey, I'm not opposed to that, but on my end, to be responsible with the products that I'm issuing out, I want to make sure that I'm thorough with explaining to you what's going to be beneficial altogether. So yeah, if we ever come to that point, it can't be said that I didn't point you in the right direction. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you can lead a horse to water, Chris, but you can't make them drink. You know what I mean?
You're right. You're right, man. And I always ask that question because, a lot of times with entrepreneurship, man, it's not always a bed of roses, right?
That's
And
absolutely. Yeah.
no matter how good we try to be, no matter how, how many I's we dot or T's we cross,
right.
There's always going to be those one people that, just going to push your buttons and just kind of see. But I love what you just said. You educate them to where you're almost conscious free.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I did everything I could, so I love that answer, man. I really do. Because I don't know about you, in our industry, we could do the best job and then ask for a review. And then, we'll get to it, Chris. You did it, blah, 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 blah. We'll get to it, But then, like, you mess up one little thing, they're quick to write a bad review. I mean,
absolutely.
Quick.
That's true. That's true.
I always try to ask those type of questions. Now, I do have, so with you being in this industry for 6 years, what is the one goal you want to accomplish this year? What goal are you looking forward to accomplishing this year? What is the 1 year goal from here?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I'm in the process now, Chris, of expansion. So opening up another shop is something that I want to do. That's something that I'm looking forward to. So I'm in the process as far as locating another location. Expansion is just at the top of the list as far as that's concerned. I'd like to have another shop to where, again, I'm kind of spreading myself out to get the message out there. Like I say, a lot of people who come to the store, they're not familiar or completely familiar as to what CBD all about. So like I say, again, the education part of that is something that I take pride in. But being able to just show people that, for one, CBD doesn't get you high, so you don't have to worry about that. But when it comes down to what you're dealing with, it can definitely help you. So again, like I said, that's part of what I feel my purpose is altogether. It's just to simply help others, man. So yeah, if I'm doing it in the wellness aspect with CBD and it's beneficial and it's helping people with their chronic pain, it's helping people with anxiety, it's helping people who deal with insomnia and sleep issues, and just a full gamut of what CBD can help you with. And I'm able to, like I say, bridge that gap. I'm definitely, like I say, I know that at the end of the day, like you say, conscious wise, I'm good. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Oh, man. I love it. Expansion, right? So that's cool. That's what we all dream of, man.
Absolutely.
We want to be able to grow our businesses to where we're making a real impact.
Yes, sir.
In society as well. So, man, Mr. Smith, this has been great, man. One more time with that website before we get out of here.
Yeah, absolutely. BACWellnessLifestyle.com. That's the website. And again, on social media, as far as IG and Facebook, BAC Wellness Lifestyle, at BAC Wellness Lifestyle, whether you can reach me there on either one of those platforms. And again, I'm located in Terrell, Texas. Just really a lot of people who are kind of like local in the area, they think Terrell is really far. Like yourself, you're in Mesquite. Terrell is just a hop, skip, and a jump from Mesquite, man. So yeah, come on up the highway, visit us there at the shops of Terrell, and again, like I said, we'll have those CBD conversations. You know what I mean?
Yeah, wonderful shop, wonderful atmosphere, wonderful, like I said, wonderful team, man. You guys have really got a solid foundation for something that can be huge. I promise I'm going to speak it over you, man. Mr. Rodrick Smith, I want you, and I know you're going to be a major player in the CBD thing, man. I'm just from your aspect and how you see perceive business. So thank you for joining us, man, on the Business Mind Show. Do you have anything other gem you want to drop or anything you want to leave with us before you go?
Well, kind of like as we started out, Chris, and I appreciate, like I say, with what you spoke, man, I definitely received that as far as that's concerned. But yeah, I mean, again, for anyone that's out there, definitely take your health into consideration, because like I mentioned before, your health is your wealth. So, I mean, I'm not, like I say, just an overall health nut, but at the same time, I'm conscientious about what I eat and staying active and that type of thing there, and then implementing CBD into that process to me, I feel aids all together with, just helping us live here a little longer. You know what I mean? So, and that's important. Building wealth, like I say, is something that I'm definitely focused on. And I know in order to do that, I have to be around. So yeah, like I say, I would just recommend, if you know that they say when you know better, you should do better. In other words, so if you know that, you're not where you need to be health wise, definitely take that in consideration and just make strides to doing, better a little bit each and every day.
All right, man. Thank you for that, Jim. Thank you for joining us. We're going to have you back, man. We're going to be tracking your journey and supporting you in any way we can, man.
Yes, sir.
Thank you once again. And we'll talk to y'all later. Later.